Anyway, all right, sorry.
We gotta keep it going for like 30 minutes.
No time.
No time.
No time.
Go, strap yourselves in. Lock your S4s in attack position. We're going in full throttle. It's Trench Run. Yet another Star Wars podcast for your listening pleasure. And now, from the forest moon of Endor, it's Kenny, along with the man whose midichlorians are off the chart. We got Brian. And now, straight from the swamps of Dagobah, it's your host, Nick the Pope.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to Trench Run, a place where three friends with varying degrees of Star Wars knowledge talk about a saga from a galaxy far, far away in a place a long time ago. As always, remember to check us out on Audio Boom, subscribe to our podcast feed of choice, whether it be iTunes, Audio Boom, or Stitcher. Also, remember to email us at trenchrunpod@gmail.com. With me live in studio in our garage is Brian. How you doing, Brian?
I'm good. Did you just say saga?
I did say saga. I say saga.
I say saga.
Saga.
Well, you know, some people say it differently. Some people say
Most people say it one way, and you say it
Saga.
different.
Yeah, pretty much
like
99% of people say saga.
no, saga. What's the difference? And we got a cat meowing as well, so you might hear different animal noises. It's a podcast of many creatures and animals, kind of like the Star Wars universe. But also I'm with Kenny. How you doing, Kenny?
I am here.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done this.
It's been about 2 weeks, but
the last time didn't count.
We don't talk about that episode because
Nick,
that is in the
Nick
dredges
F'd that one up.
Dredges of Tatooine. We have a dog sniffing something, probably chasing after a cat. Cat wants beer. I'm just going to describe the animal.
We're play-by-play on the animal.
It's like a zoo.
It's a zoo.
Got one licking his ass.
We got Colleen. How
Colleen's
you doing, Colleen?
here off to the side.
She's
She's
watching
keeping
some wrestling.
statistics. Watching the referees.
Oh, man. So, yeah, we've been gone for a while. We had to... I ended up moving down to South Florida, roommating with a certain other podcast host. And,
It's not me.
Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you. But, yeah, it's been fun, you know, just trying to get everything settled. So, like I said, we tried to record a couple weeks ago, and everything was in offbeat, everything echoed.
We didn't have anything on the walls, so it was all
Yeah.
echoey. Now we're in the garage, and there's like a weird, loud air conditioner going.
Yeah, to keep us from getting like really hot and turning into a hellscape.
It's 1,000 degrees. And it's not summer yet.
Exactly.
So,
But
I said Nick earlier. He's like, maybe it gets hotter than this. It's like,
well, yeah,
It
I suffer because I
doesn't get as hot here as it gets in Orlando, though.
yeah.
Because
You
it's
don't
more
think
windy
so?
here. It's
Yeah,
more
no.
humid, but it's more windy also. So.
Well, let's just say the place I work, I have to walk back and forth in the heat, and it sucks. So it might be that reason, as Kenny can protest.
Well, you could probably use some walking and sweating, so.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, like I said, we tried to record the episode. It didn't go well. There was a lot of echoing. As usual, I do a quiz that never goes well. It was a pretty messed up.
Oh, we did a
stuff.
quiz. Yeah, that was a shit show, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was terrible.
Good thing nobody
Thank
listened
God
to that.
the quiz this week is actually saved and ready to go. Probably
We have a quiz again?
Yeah, but I actually saved it and I actually checked the questions. And there's some easy questions. There's some hard questions.
That remains to be seen.
So we'll get to that eventually. But
That remains to be seen. It'll all depend on how it goes for me, whether I...
I mean, I'm used to you protesting everything I do, so it's good to go.
Like a brother.
Been
in
doing
church.
Been doing it for
Saved.
years.
Oh, good God. But yeah, so in the time that we've been gone, we talked about this last time when we were recording. Peter Mayhew passed away, which really sucks. He's really old, had a lot of health issues.
Wow.
He wasn't really
Really
old.
not
He was in, what, in his 70s?
That's not
He
that
was
old.
like 72.
Well,
That's how old
that's really old.
Milo is in dog years. Hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
he's going to die too, so.
Well, we all are.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he had health issues. It was something that was probably closer than everybody thought. So it was very influential in the world of Star Wars with his character turn as Chewbacca.
Was he influential, though, or did he just do a good job as an actor portraying Chewbacca?
I would call it influential, but maybe that's the wrong
How did
way
he
to put it.
influence Star Wars?
By being Chewbacca?
But no,
by
yeah, I
being
mean,
a big
everybody
person
that
in
was in Star Wars has been, pretty much,
I mean,
legendized or whatever. Like,
is beloved.
Immortalized, I guess. I should say.
I guess. I
Beloved.
I mean, I love Harrison Ford, and I love Han Solo, but I don't know that Han Solo, Harrison Ford was influential in any way.
I think it's immortalized. Maybe that might be the best word, a better word. So like even like past your death, people still remember you, and
like
posthumously.
Posthumously.
You'd be
So
like the Picasso of Star Wars.
right, yeah. So like I remember, and
Yes,
I know
this was not to take anything away from Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, I'm trying to be respectful of
It was
the
just
dead.
to take away from Nick.
But I mean, I think last time that we tried to record this, we all discussed a special Peter Mayhew moment in our lives where we either saw him or met him or come across him, and not to go over all that stuff again, but I think he seemed very happy, and he seemed very giving to his time.
I agree on that. Yeah, definitely.
Which some people aren't. They think, oh, this role pigeonholed me into one thing, and I'm bitter. But I think he was very proud to be that character, and was very gracious with his time at these conventions and stuff like that.
I think like Anthony Daniels, who's kind of an ambassador for Star Wars and its fandom. He just showed up at every convention and.
Exactly. That's exactly.
I agree. I also since we talked last time in the episode that shall never air.
Be aired. Yes.
I heard a Mark Hamill quote where he was telling the story of Peter Mayhew, how he got the role of Chewbacca. Originally, I guess that role was supposed to go to the guy who played Lurch in the Addams Family.
Really?
Yeah, but because they were filming in England, the union over there said they had to use a British actor. So
he was like a nurse or something like that. Originally.
Yeah, exactly.
A 7-foot nurse.
So they had to.
Hey, if I'm laying in the hospital bed, and this dude comes in, where all the white women at?
Like, I don't even know how that makes sense.
I got distracted.
Oh my.
But anyway, yeah. So I thought that was interesting, and had Lurch played Chewbacca, he would not have lived to see The Empire Strikes Back.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, but yeah, all the Twitter comments and shout outs to Peter Mayhew it was quite cool and fun. And yeah, I can't remember pronounce his name. The guy who plays Chewbacca now. Do you know how to pronounce his
Jonas
Suotamo,
Swatamo, is that it?
something like that.
Skakamataro. He's very Swedish.
name? Yeah, he threw. Actually, I think I told.
I believe he's from IKEA.
He's from IKEA.
Yes.
He worked at IKEA before he got the position. But no, he made a nice little thing about how Peter Mayhew was very influential to him and how excited he was to take over the role.
I'm sure he helped him out. I don't know
Yeah.
that for a fact, but I would assume that he was able to bounce ideas off of him or thoughts or a question.
Well, yeah, I mean,
question.
he's said that he went through like Chewbacca, I guess, has his own his mannerisms and stuff like that, and he kind of went through and explained to him like, this is how I play him when he's like doing this or when he's doing this. Or
I think if you were to watch, A New Hope and watch Solo, could you really tell a difference between if it was a different actor in the suit?
I think outside of the suit being like a younger version of
I'm
him.
not talking about this. Yeah, I'm talking about.
I
Inside
honestly, I couldn't even tell you. There's people out there in the like the action figure collecting community who can tell you a Chewbacca sculpt from which movie it's from. And like, you give me a Chewbacca figure and I'm pretty much like, yeah, it's Chewbacca. I couldn't tell you which movie, but like A New Hope, his head hair is combed differently, and
But once again, I'm talking about inside the suit. So if you were just to have it like blacked out,
my answer
and
would be
not
no.
see-
I would not be
right,
able
yeah,
to.
but of course, if on anybody that could tell that, more power to you. I mean, I haven't seen the films nearly as I'm the new guy here, but maybe you could if you saw.
I guess
one.
I just haven't looked at Chewbacca that closely.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the one thing that was different now than back then is the suit is less smelly this time. That's the only thing I can think of.
I can't imagine.
I guess
mean,
the difference is like A New Hope Chewie, the hair goes straight back. In Return of the Jedi, it's kind of parted in the middle.
because he could afford a comb in his.
I guess.
Yeah, he's a freaking war hero. They didn't get a
Yeah.
medal, but whatever.
You think like when he goes back to Kashyyyk, they just comb his hair to make him look pretty and give him a bath?
Yeah, I do think that. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Anti-itch shampoo for Chewie.
Like Head and Shoulders.
is that you think that's what Itchy's job was? Like he was a salesman for
Well, his name's
shampoo?
Itchy, so I don't know.
Was that the grandpa Itchy?
Oh, which one was Itchy?
The Star Wars holiday
Yeah, I think
special?
Grandpa Itchy.
You think he has his own shampoo called Itchy's
Anti-itch.
shampoo?
But why would he want anti-itch? He's itchy.
Yeah, but
His name's Itchy.
it'd be a great slogan for.
Because
something
maybe
solid course
they didn't
something.
have anti-itch shampoo.
Yeah, they lived in a treehouse.
It's true.
So,
They're far away from the itchiness, but
we're off the rails already. Cool.
yeah. It's,
It doesn't take long. It does not take long.
Yeah,
We're back and better than ever. Like I liked the tweet Nick sent out. Speaking of better than ever,
What's that?
and he was like, "Sorry, we missed a week or something, but we're gonna be back and with an improved show or something like that."
Is that what I said? I don't remember.
No,
what
I
said.
liked it. I think I might have retweeted it too, but I was.
But I just thought, like, how are we improving? Like, what are we doing to change?
We can't
we've-
get much worse.
we've done
so we can only go up.
Exactly.
I don't know. We could do 6 listeners this time, and
All right. So here's what I tweeted. I wrote, "It's been a while since we posted an update. Unfortunately, for the last month or so, we have been transitioning locations, so it's been trying to get together and record." Which doesn't make any sense what I wrote. I must have been drunk that day. I promise with some patience.
I doubt that.
Like so much.
I know, right? I promise with some patience we'll be back better than ever. Oh. We'll be back better than ever. Thanks for everyone's understanding. We're not really back better than ever. We're still recording.
We're back.
God, but
we're back,
Still
same as always.
A train wreck.
yeah. But I mean, well, at least it's we are not having audio issues at the moment. We're just
Well,
having
you'll find that
internet
out
issues.
afterwards.
Exactly. But yeah, Peter Mayhew, may he rest in peace. We'll see
I met him
in
twice,
another life.
and he was a gentleman both times.
Exactly. So, the one thing that didn't happen on the last recording that just was released, Vanity Fair released photos from Rise of the Skywalker, and I don't know, you guys saw all these photos or not?
I did. I read the article, saw the
I
photos.
didn't read the article. I saw the picture.
I'm on the hunt now for the actual Vanity Fair issues.
Is it hard to find?
Well,
There's
I mean, I think
multiple ones, or
I think
just one.
What's that?
Is there multiple issues or just one?
There's a Rey cover and a Kylo Ren
For
cover.
both of them? But you're on the hunt to look for both covers?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the one thing about Anne Leibovitz. Anthony, that sounds really wrong. She puts out some really cool photos. One of my favorites, of course, is the the Knights of Ren photo that they put out, which we get to see a close up of what the Knights of Ren really look like, and they kind of look like something out of a Western / like
Star Wars movie.
like a Mandalorian almost style characters where they don't have like lightsabers, they just have crazy weapons. One of them looks like they have a machine gun or a flamethrower or something like that.
One of them has an axe, right?
Yeah, one of them has an axe. One of them has
Which matches an axe that was in Solo.
Oh, really?
In what was his name? Help me out here, Kenny.
I'm sorry.
The Red Streaks guy.
Oh, Dryden Voss.
Dryden Voss. In his place, there was an axe that looked like that. And apparently there's also an axe like that for sale at Galaxy's Edge. So
Oh, is there?
Cool.
Yeah, I was
throwing
going to
that
get
out
into that a little bit later.
Real quick though,
Yeah.
so this Vanity Fair, is this a thing that happens every
Ever since episode 1.
Yeah.
Because like when the text came across, you're like, oh, I was waiting when they would do this. Like, wait, is this not a new thing?
No,
it's not.
It's Annie or Anne Leibovitz. Every time they
I think
do
it's
an episode-
Leibovitz.
Is it Leibovitz? Is she?
I think that's how it's pronounced.
Oh, I thought it was Leibovitz, but
Well, it's spelled that way.
oh, okay. But one has like a big blade that kind of like Ronan the Accuser has, which is really cool.
Do we have the? I'm sorry to keep going back to
No,
the
you're good.
same shit. Like, so this was since the first Star Wars. Do we know
No,
what those?
not since the first
No,
Star Wars.
episode 1.
Since episode 1. So
Oh,
20
okay,
years.
so since 90.
For
Yeah.
So
20
do-
years.
Well, what pictures were those? Were they in the film or were they just pictures?
No, they're just like shot like
It's
photos.
it's something I actually wanna go back and pick up the prequel trilogies because I got the one. Well, and I also don't have the one from Force Awakens. I just got the ones from the Last Jedi.
Okay. So I'm assuming they're probably hard to find and expensive.
No, I don't think so. You can get them on eBay for maybe $10 an issue or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just because they were widespread. So I mean, now you can just find them all online. But
Sorry. Go back to.
Yeah, but no.
Kenny, you're allowed
But
to
like,
ask questions.
but like,
unless you don't want to.
but like, just going back to the Last Jedi one, which I can speak for. I mean, those were the first pictures from Canto Bight. I remember.
Oh yeah.
They had like the pictures from the aliens in the casino and stuff.
I bet everybody was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so cool," and then it wasn't so cool.
But it really was. It just like I don't know that it was great stuff that happened. It just I don't know. I don't know that it was executed correctly, but it was executed the way it was, and
much like this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
We're only 18 minutes into it, and there's probably like 4 cuts I've already had to do. So, but yeah, so we got the Knights of Ren, and then we got Kerry Russell's reveal as a scoundrel called Zoey Bliss. It doesn't really specify who she is or why she's in the movie.
It sounds like she is a wrestler from Glow.
Huh?
Could be.
Zoey Bliss.
What is a scoundrel in Star Wars? Is it like a Harrison? Is like Han Solo, like a woman Han Solo?
Yeah.
Is that what
it
that's?
could be Han Solo's daughter because that's when everything goes. Either Han Solo or Luke's kid.
Wait, spoiler: is that Rey? Apparently.
Yeah, Rey is turned into Kerry Russell,
but now his daughter.
Oh.
That's a theory that's going around now.
I know, I read that.
If they retcon that, I give up. Man.
It's not really retcon. Don't retcon me, bro. First off, and then second, I mean, like Kylo could have just been saying that to fuck with Rey. Like,
I totally agree with that. Like,
your parents are just drunk trader, and they sold you for drinking money or whatever. Like, I would say that to somebody I want to piss off or fuck with.
Are they gonna do the Jon Snow Daenerys Targaryen thing where you're gonna find out halfway through episode 9 after they've had relations
that their stepbrother,
they're
half
actually
brother
related? It's gonna be some like crazy. And this is how the spin-off of Weiss and Benioff are gonna end up playing.
I mean, I don't think that it needs to go to Han and Leia. Like the rumor, the rumor I read, it was just Han's daughter.
Han and some tramp.
Oh, with that one chick that he's married to in the comics.
Kira? No, not in the comics, but in Solo.
No, wasn't there a comic where you find out he was actually married to someone?
But he wasn't actually married. It was just a scam they were running.
Oh. They could still have relationships.
But like, why couldn't it be Kira?
They could still have relations.
Yeah,
sexual relations.
Oh, brother, where art thou? We're having relations.
I see. That makes me think of Nutty Professor 2, I think. Relations.
Oh my god!
You never saw that?
I don't get the reference.
It was the clumps.
Old grandma.
Yeah.
Like having relations.
That was the best part of those movies, like when the family was, and they were all Eddie Murphy. Like,
I wonder how that would be to film. Pain in the
very
fucking
tedious.
ass.
You have to do each character one by one.
No, I get it. It just sounds like a pain in the ass.
The Zoey Bliss's character or costume is actually really cool. Her mask is like a clone trooper /
yeah, it's like clone trooper / Mandalorian-esque.
Yeah, she has like I don't know if she's holding it, but it looks like maybe 2 vibra blades or something like that. Or
I don't know. It looks cool, and it's purple, almost like a Zam Wessel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It was like a Zam Wessel. Maybe she's gonna assassinate another.
That's
Padme.
the changeling from Episode 2, Kenny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, like all the information they're talking about is just kind of history stuff with THX 1138 in the article. The next picture is of General Hux
and General Pride.
Does it say Allegiant? What is that? Is that a different fraction of the First Order?
What?
It says Allegiant, Allegiant General Pride. I don't know what that means, but that's what it says his character's name is.
I don't know. Is it the name of a ship, maybe?
Oh, it could be. There could be a thing called the Allegiant, maybe.
And he's the general of it?
I guess that would make sense.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I know as much as you do at this point on this, Nick. Everything else I know a lot more.
Let's see. There's a picture of Rey, Chewbacca, C-3PO underneath an umbrella, Finn in his new costume.
I heard somebody else talking about that picture, and they said it reminded them of Dot Matrix from Spaceballs with the umbrella.
I need my oil changed. Oh god, I gotta watch that movie again. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Did you ever finish that, Kenny? No.
Oh, Spaceballs is so good. We should just do a whole episode of Trench Run on Spaceballs. Let's talk about that for 2 hours. There's a couple other cool images. There's a picture of Finn and Janna
What is this animal?
What's that?
It says it.
Oh, the horse thing? It's a Aki? No, that's not it. It's a what the fuck is it called?
Orbacks.
Orbacks, yeah.
Hardy Orbacks.
It's not a fathier.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's not a fathier.
So I'm guessing Jana or Jaina, whatever they want to call her. I guess she's a tribes person. What it looking like when they go to that planet? She's just a tribe person, like a person part of a tribe.
Maybe. Hey, did I tell you that the Ewok movies are available to buy on Amazon?
I thought they've been available for a while.
But for digital download. So I bought one of them. I watched about
those.
I watched
think
about
that's the Christmas
5
special
minutes
we're
of it,
watching.
and
Bad, yeah, real bad.
yeah, it's not good.
The one with Wilford Brimley is like one of the worst things I've ever seen, but I watched it as a kid like 1,000 times.
I've never been a Wilford Brimley fan.
What is wrong with you? Diabetes? The thing?
That was how I explained him to my wife.
The diabetes?
She's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like,
He's the guy from the commercial.
he's the guy from the diabetes commercials, but he always calls it diabetes.
He was in the thing.
And oatmeal, like the Quaker Oats guy.
Actually, I think he was in Cocoon as well.
He was in Cocoon. Because I was saying, like, he was one of those old people in Cocoon, like the famous old people from the 80s, like Jessica Tandy and
He's a guy that never ages. He always looks
Hume
old.
Cronin, I think. Was
Yeah,
he another one of them? But apparently Wilford Brimley was a lot younger than them.
Yeah, like I said, he always looks old. He never ages. He's always 90 years old.
But he's only like 80 something now, I think. Like,
No,
which
he's
is
only
crazy.
in his 50s.
Like I assumed he was like 110. And I was kind of surprised to see that he was still alive
He's been living with diabetes all these years.
successfely. He's overcome.
He probably was free
God
of it.
bless
It's like, I don't
Wilford
want to be free
Brimley.
of it anymore. I want diabetes back. So another picture is Kylo Ren and Rey battling out in a stormy confrontation. And there was like a side-by-side between the different scenes that they fought against. There was one in the snow.
That was a kind of a cool picture. I like that picture.
Yeah. One in the fire. With,
And there's one in like a watery thing.
Yeah, whatever this is when the rain or whatever it is, which is really cool. But they named a planet. What is the planet that they're on? I can't remember the name of it. They actually named the planet that they fight on. I think is where the Death Star is.
Should they continue to like add more planets? Like you can just return to some of the old planets.
But that pisses people off too.
Like you're coming towards the end. Like maybe you should just stick with the planets we know. Like I don't know if that's
I don't
topic in
remember them
fandom.
naming the planet that the Death Star was on. The Death
Oh, they
Star
probably
piece.
did. I think the sand.
I mean
planet
that's a
got a
cool.
name.
That's cool. I'm fine with that.
I just
But,
want to know how many sand planets are in the Star Wars universe.
I just feel
There's
like
like 50,000 of them.
the Death Star planet needs to be familiar.
why does it have to be a sand planet? Like why can't it just be a planet with sand on it? Like I mean we have a planet with sand on it.
Because they
and-
probably give them.
I don't think planets
Cheap
exist
sand
in the Star Wars universe that aren't just one ecosystem.
like multiple ecosystems like our planet. They can't have that.
Like it's a forest moon or a desert planet or a ice planet.
Or a salty planet.
Yeah, like come on. Like there's got to be different
That looks
regions
like
in
a
these
snow
planets.
planet. Yeah.
And they always, and if there are, they always seem to go to the most inhospitable places of it.
Yeah, it's like, let's go in the place where there's no water.
And, like why are people living here?
It's like the only place they can transform coaxium into like stable coaxium is the middle of nowhere, and I guess they
Exactly.
do have water.
But no, like you're exactly like is that the only thing on this planet? And then even the friggin' mines on.
But I
Kessel,
don't think that was the only place that did coaxium. I think it was just the closest one, right?
Sabarine.
Because they had to get there from
Quick,
Kessel.
Yeah, they had to get there quick. But then
Oh,
Kessel,
yeah,
like,
it was
is there anything
already
else on Kessel? Like, Kessel have some cities or something? Like,
No, it's just spice mines.
just spice mines. That's it.
Isn't it like a gas giant or something like that?
No, it's a fucking spice giant. Apparently,
Uh,
in the old EU, it was like a small, like cratered moon that you had that like all the mines and shit were underground in tunnels and stuff, and it was like constant darkness. But obviously, it's not that way anymore.
Yeah.
It looked like a floating potato in the old EU.
with a big creature inside that would eat you. And apparently, the planet that they're on is called Pasan. I don't know.
Is that when they're riding the whatever Kenny
Yeah.
said that creature was?
What's
The
that?
Oxsnacks?
Yeah,
Whatever the
that.
fuck it's
Oh,
called.
yeah, who knows? It just looks like another desert planet that
Orbacks.
has no life.
Orbacks. Oxsnacks. Orbacks.
Oxsnacks.
That's what the name of the title. Orbacks and Oxsnacks. But there's the next picture that we have in this Vanity Fair is of Poe, Chewbacca, Lando in his solo outfit. Speaking of,
I'm hoping Poe Dameron does something to turn her.
and try to like.
No, I'm hoping like there's something redeeming in Poe Dameron in this movie that I can like. I'm a little turned off by the character after The Last Jedi.
I just don't think they've utilized him very well.
I can't say the same thing for the other characters in the movie. Like
Yeah,
I don't
no,
mind.
you're right.
I don't mind Rey. I don't mind Rose. I don't mind Finn. But I didn't really like Poe Dameron was not very likable.
Very reckless.
Yeah.
And he kind of like how he still has a upper echelon position in this rebellion. I mean,
It's only
I know they
because
need all
everybody
the hands
died.
they need everybody they can get, but like this guy has been very reckless with rebellion like property.
Yeah.
You know.
So I
And-
mean, yeah, I just hope there's something redeeming in him in the rise of Skywalker.
And how do you even get a droid? Like, was he issued BB-8? Like, do you just find BB-8? Like, how do you get BB-8? Is he like a dog? You go to the fucking droid pound or something?
Yeah, you didn't raise him from.
I mean, as a fighter pilot, I assume
He was issued him.
issued a droid.
Okay.
You think he went to a store and just built him?
Well, like, but no,
Like in the Poe Dameron comic, there's one of the pilots. I can't remember her name, but she's always losing droids. So then none of the droids in the pool want to be paired with her because they all die.
okay.
Sounds like
It was
fun.
like he was issued and they gave him away like in Resistance.
And then he had to come and get him
Yeah,
back.
come get him
Hey,
back.
speaking of Resistance, you watched the rest of that, right?
I did actually. Right after we were done with this, I was going to talk about that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
There's actually like 2 more pictures, and I'll
Okay.
I promise I'll get into
it wasn't in the show notes, so we had no way of knowing.
No, I completely forgot about that. I was going to talk about that. So, the next picture is just some aliens of Hassan, and the last picture is a picture that everybody seems to assume that was photoshopped for whatever reason. It's of Luke and R2D2 amongst some kind of flames. I don't know. They're like making a mountain out of a molehill, and it doesn't make any sense.
Like to me, I just assume that it's a flashback.
Yeah, it does. It's just, maybe it's a flashback of him burning the temple or something. I don't
Yeah, we
know.
saw this already.
Yeah,
Did we see this in Last Jedi?
yeah. It just I don't know. People make stupid crap out of stupid reasons. But
Mountain out of a molehill.
exactly. Thank you, Brian. But
Thank
yeah,
you, Brian.
like I said, there was just a bunch of cool pictures. It makes you a little more excited for Last Jedi, and comes out in December. So, but yeah,
Do we have tickets for that yet? When do tickets go on sale? Do we know?
They won't go on sale till the fall. Probably during a Monday night football game, probably.
Yeah. So, don't
And
worry,
then
I'll have the tickets.
Fandango will crash again. Fandango.
Fandango.
Actually, I
Actually, I
got real
crashed.
lucky with that because I got on like a half hour before we get Last Jedi tickets, and
Yeah, I didn't have any issues, but I mean, for the last 2 major ones, like the 2 saga films.
We
they
live in
crashed
South
it.
Florida. There will be no problem. Trust me. Trust me.
yeah,
Nobody
I-
fucking watches that down here.
This goes back to our argument the other day.
Yes.
I was I had I'm an admin on one of our computer programs, and I had to reset the password for one of my supervisors, and he went in and I changed his password, and then he logs in, and then he has to change it to something that he wants, but it asks you the questions of like, what is your favorite movie or whatever, and his favorite movie was Star Wars.
Did you question him about it? Or is
I
that
did. I'm like,
Like that's the
I
first.
said, hey, that's mine too. It was basically.
What was his
He's
favorite
probably like,
Star
oh,
Wars
that's the
movie?
only movie I could think of on the spot.
No, he's like, it's my favorite movie.
Did you ask him? Like,
I didn't go in depth on it. I
I would
just
have had
thought,
to. Like, all right, you know.
I just
What's his favorite Star Wars movie?
I didn't
Exactly,
go
that's
in
the
depth
question
on
I would
it.
ask. Like, what's your favorite?
Yeah. You have to ask these questions, bro.
The one with Chewbacca. I like him.
The one where they battle.
No, my
a super
my
destroyer.
supervisors are relatively smart compared to yours.
My supervisor, yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to go with Kenny.
I wouldn't even say relatively.
Say,
I
if my
would say
supervisors are listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would say to be a supervisor where I'm at, you've got to be pretty smart.
I feel like we're talking about people that supervise us. We're not. We're talking about supervisors who work for us. Let's just get that straight out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we don't have supervisors.
This isn't Star Wars.
Yeah, not my boss, my subordinate.
This isn't Star Wars, but there was a running joke with me and my boss at the last place I worked at, where he would go, "I'm not hiring anyone unless they like John Carter." He's a big John Carter fan.
There are those people?
I'm assuming you don't like the movie either.
I couldn't even watch it past the first 15 minutes.
Thank you. I got this argument all the time. He was always like, "There's something wrong with you for not liking John Carter." I'm like, "No, it was terrible and boring and slow." And
I've always wanted to give it another shot. I just
sand.
couldn't do it.
It
gets everywhere. Yeah.
I get that reference, but I've never seen John Carter.
I've tried. I tried watching, and I got 15 minutes in, and I was like, "This is awful."
Yeah.
It was the same thing with. I really wanted to see that movie based on the multiplayer game.
Oh, Ready Player One?
No, that one was okay. I like that. The one with like the fucking green people and what the fuck is it called?
Green people.
Yeah, like green big ogre troll looking things and.
Oh, Warcraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie wasn't good either.
No, like that was
a
another one I
slog.
started. I don't start a lot of movies and not finish them, but if that's the case, they're pretty bad.
Let me preface this by saying about Resistance. I was actually kind of a fan of the whole entire run of the series. It had some like okay moments, but those last 4 episodes of Resistance were insane. Especially when he sees his home planet get blown up. I was like, I did question why he was not more upset by the fact that his home planet.
But it was like in the middle of action.
Well, I know, but it just seems like he'd be a little more angry. He just didn't seem like he was super. Like if your home planet gets blown up, wouldn't you be a little more like
And your parents and
angry
everything?
Yeah.
But he was, and she like got him up and was like, "Come on, you got to suck it up, basically. Like, let's go. We got stuff to do."
Well, I'm just kind of curious if season 2 will deal with like. Actually, I could have known that if I had watched. If I actually gone to that panel and watched it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I told you. Like, you should have watched it and fucking gone to the panel. You could have told us what was going to happen.
Yeah, that
And
would
I
be
still
cool.
would have been confused.
All right, considering where I was with Resistance, like before the last 4 or 5 episodes, I fucking hated it. I didn't want to watch it. I was out, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna watch this stuff.
Just when you thought you were out, they pulled
it really
you back
was
in.
good. Like, and then because I was done with freaking Kaz. I was done with Kaz. I was done with the freaking green alien. I was done with all that bullshit. And then finally, Kaz started to have a clue. There was a real story that they were telling about the base. The base became more of the story, and the actual like stormtroopers and the freaking Empire and all that stuff became actually part of the story.
First Order.
The First Order. I mean, the first became part of the story.
I liked Tam going to the First Order.
Tam, yeah, I mean, she's
Yeah, that
just
was a
like
little bit of a
classic,
weird deal,
like dumb, like not really thinking everything through.
Well, she's just in that mindset, like, oh, the First Order is right, and they're here to protect us.
Oh,
and
because
so she's
this guy told me this, or because she's very naive. Like she just needs to like pay attention to what
She
the
might
hell's
be the
going
one
on.
character that dies at the end when she redeemed herself.
Just don't be so yeah, maybe.
Why does everybody always have to get redeemed in Star
And
Wars?
why does
This
everybody
is
have to
Star
die?
Wars. Sometimes the
But it's on
originality is out the
fucking
window.
Disney Plus or Disney whatever the hell. It's not gonna. She's not gonna die. Nobody's gonna die. Nobody of importance is gonna die.
I mean, people died in Rebels. That was on the same Disney XD.
Nobody in the main
Yeah, but this
characters.
is like a TVY
Who,
show.
oh yeah, Jared Kanan died.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I'm sure I'll forget it. Don't worry.
Well, you had to know, like, you have to know going in, like, some of these characters aren't going to make it out alive on Rebels because
Yeah.
you never see them again.
And none of the space whales die.
It just, I was not a big fan of the space whales.
But yeah, Nico I really like as a character. He's the guy
Why
who plays.
though?
What's that?
Why?
Why?
Because
How could you like him and not
Nico's
like
the
Jar
worst.
Jar?
Because I think he's just a fun character that has some development later on in the story.
He doesn't have any development. He's as dumb as he is at the beginning as he is at the end.
He's as clumsy as he is stupid.
Yeah, but I think he has some development.
Like, I think if you put like first episode Nico and last episode Nico, they're the same dumbass Nico.
I'm like
Not like Kaz.
I don't
was
see
better.
any redeeming qualities in
But
Nico.
Kaz
maybe
grew.
I just like his humor. I don't know. I don't have a really answer.
His humor is exactly the same as Jar Jar. I don't
I
see
don't
how there's
agree.
any difference.
I don't think he's as clumsy as Jar Jar or as...
He's more
Pathetic as Jar Jar.
stupid.
Yeah, but he is still competent in what he does, though.
What does he do?
He's a good
He
mechanic.
pushed the button to make it go airborne, right? Didn't he? Like he was the one that made the
I believe
base
so. I
operational.
can't remember offhand.
I don't know. I'll take Jar Jar over him any day.
But I also like Silicon Valley, and he plays Big Head in Silicon Valley. He's basically playing the same character.
A
Silicon
dumbass.
Valley. Have you seen it?
A dumbass. Is that what he's playing?
Yeah, he's playing like a...
Yeah, I've seen it too. He's not mentally
In
challenged.
Silicon Valley, he is like...
He's just not
super
smart.
lucky.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
super
He's
lucky,
not
but
mentally
slow.
challenged.
He kind of is slow. I mean, he's slow, but...
Slow
lucky.
compared to other people in Silicon Valley, or like
No,
like
like
everybody
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Like he's used for his...
Like I'm slow.
He's
compared
in-
to
He's
those
basically
people.
used for his money. Am I wrong?
I've only
He has a lot of
seen the
money.
first season of Silicon
He does. Well, he got lucky. He fell into stuff, and
That's a series. If you want me to watch, you should watch Silicon
I'll get
Valley.
there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
no,
watch
I'm just
it.
saying.
I do want to watch
But
it.
yeah, I mean, this isn't really a Silicon Valley, but I'm just saying he was in Silicon Valley. But
I don't have to like the character just because I like him in Silicon Valley.
no, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying I enjoy his character. I think he's fun.
I like Dean Pelton in Community, but it doesn't mean I need to like his character in Resistance.
Wait, who is he? Is he one of the shop owners?
Yeah,
He's one with is Nate Faxon the other
I
guy?
did not know that.
yeah.
That's cool.
Jim Rash isn't. Is Greg Grunberg in the show?
No,
No, I thought he was Grunberg. I say Grunberg. I didn't realize that one of those characters was Jim Rash.
we talked about this before Resistance ever came out. But
No, I know we did. I completely forgot that he was in the show. So.
yeah, but he's in that, and that's what I'm saying. Like I liked him in Community, but it doesn't mean I have to like his character in Resistance. I don't have a
That's
feeling
fine.
one way or
I'm
the
not
other. On
blaming
it.
you for not liking it. I'm just saying
I feel
like
like
his character.
I feel like if you like an actor, you have to like him in everything he does.
I guess. But-
I can't think of anything I didn't like Zachary Levi in. Big fan of Zachary Levi.
yeah, he's good in Shazam, and
Chuck, and then like
he's good in
Tangled.
What portions of Thor he's in.
yeah, Thor. That show where like there was like a trivia show that he was in for like 2 seasons. That was good.
I keep getting mixed up with the guy from The Office, Jim from The Office. I always get him mixed
yeah,
up.
Colleen does too.
And I know he didn't direct The Quiet Place like Jim from The Office. But
Krasinski,
yeah, John Krasinski.
John.
Who's married to the extremely hot Emily Blunt.
Who also was the guy in that show
on
on Amazon.
Oh, I like that show.
Oh, Jack
yeah,
Ryan.
that's a really.
Yes,
Have you seen that?
that was
I've not seen it.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I want to see it, but I haven't gotten to it. I want to see that new show, Good Omen, that just came out. Anybody seen that?
Dude, Jack Bauer. Or whatever.
Jack Ryan.
Jack
Jack
Ryan
Ryan.
first.
Jack Bauer was 24.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's really good. I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
Jack Ryan.
me
I
too.
hope, and they're doing a season 2. I hope.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm,
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
just
sure it's
watched
gonna
The Bodyguard on.
Oh, is that British
Yeah.
show, right?
Yeah.
That
they meant the
craziest
movie.
No, not the Whitney Houston movie.
And
But it's a BBC show that's on Netflix. We
Is,
just binge watched that this weekend. It was good.
cool.
One of the Starks plays the bodyguard.
Sansa.
Yes, has she just
I think it was Rob Stark.
yeah, Rob Stark.
Rob,
Mr. I'm
John.
gonna get my
Fucking
wife
Ned.
killed and my mother killed. And
He had some free time after the Red Wedding to do some other stuff.
He gone.
I think he's gonna be in a Marvel series or something. But I don't know.
I don't know, but Bodyguard,
Yeah.
good show.
Yeah, it has that crazy action sequence like he's being chased by a unknown assailant or something like that as he's protecting someone.
There's some good action scenes in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. I heard it's like really cheesy, but I'll have to watch it sometime.
I didn't think it was cheesy. I thought it was good. Good segue.
Galaxy's Edge officially opened in Disneyland this week. The early reviews are saying that it's pretty amazing, pretty awesome. They spent many thousands of dollars on lightsabers already, and people have done the Millennium Falcon ride many times already, and they say it's impressive, not as impressive as Star Tours, but they say it's fun. This is more limited than they thought with the controls, but I mean,
It's
everybody
got to
says
be.
it.
Like, how? What do people expect? I mean,
I expected Mission Space, basically. I expected that type of ride without the gravity force or whatever.
Well, I
The
mean,
G-force.
Yeah, G-force, gravity force.
well, I mean,
I make
but
everything
mission
complicated.
space it's still pretty limited. I mean,
No, I'm just saying that's what I expected from the ride. Like, oh, there's like 200 different functions you can do on it. I'm like, no, there's probably 3 buttons you press and
like
it
it's
tells you to
gotta
press
it's
them.
gotta basically end the same way every time. I mean, they can't deviate too much from
You
the
can't
story.
crash.
That was the
it,
whole-
you can't-
Well, that's what they're talking about. Like, you could crash it, and you could do all these things that affect your playthrough in Galaxy's
It's
Edge.
something that I'm sure will change over time,
I hope so.
but I don't know. I'm not expecting. I'm expecting a I don't know, a quick flight simulator or whatever, and nothing more. Like people, like
I mean,
lower your expectations. It's a fucking amusement
Lower
park.
your expectations when it's the Millennium Falcon. Like, people like go up to the main.
To be honest, though,
No, I'm
like
just saying, like, it's
Like you're not really flying the Millennium Falcon.
all that
people.
is
that.
is
I
a
know that.
picture opportunity, and like, oh hey, I'm gonna take a picture here, and then that's it. Like I don't really care about the ride. I want to walk up. I want to see the Millennium Falcon, take a picture in front of it,
Like sit
Get
down
in
at the
it,
hollow chess
look
board.
around, and then leave. Like
Oh, speaking of, did you see people were already stealing pieces off the hollow chessboard?
shocking.
No,
Like, they were already vandalizing it. And people
Wait, if
that
it's
were,
hollow
like,
chest, how can they
co-workers-
steal it?
Well, they were stealing the little pieces you press, the little buttons.
The buttons? How do you, if it's buttons,
Yeah,
if it's tied
like-
down or
Like, media press for stealing them, too. That's the even worse part. But,
fucking media press.
yeah, the press.
damn media press.
But the lightsabers are supposedly, like, really cool, really...
I have zero interest in that.
No, I know, but apparently for the $200 you're spending, you're actually getting a quality lightsaber, which is cool.
Does it
Does it
actually work? Does it cut people in half?
No, of course not, but I don't expect
And it's
it.
not a quality lightsaber.
It's still, but it has like a little crystal inside.
It's like
It has
this
a little,
lightsaber doesn't
kyber
cut
crystal.
anyone. That's fucking ripoff.
It just gives people headaches.
Call
Call
it
keep beating them over the head with it.
Better Business Bureau here. This fucking lightsaber doesn't do half its job.
Like
You think
okay,
would-
if I want a lightsaber, I want like a screen accurate, just the hilt of a light. I don't need it to light up. I don't need it to do any
Yeah,
fancy
but
stuff.
You can build Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi lightsaber if you want.
But
want
I
that.
don't want to. I want to just buy Luke Skywalker's a prop replica of his lightsaber. I don't want to
You
have
can
to
do
build
that
it
for
myself.
$800.
Next time this cat walks into this room, I want to turn my lightsaber on and cut her in half. That's all I want to do. Can a
If it-
man not cut
if it-
his cat in half?
If you can't do that for $200, you don't want it.
like, I was just a waste of money.
You
Really?
think if like a Jedi builds a lightsaber and they were promised that it would work, it doesn't work? Do you think they have like a 1-800 number they call?
You got to go get your crystal again. Or something.
Lightsabers are us.
Where's that
Yeah.
robot from Clone Wars? Like, dude, you failed. You show up and tell him
Yeah.
you did it wrong, and
So yeah, so on the lightsabers, I don't care.
I just think it's cool that you're getting at least a quality product for your
But
money.
I don't know what you consider a
what's
quality
the
product.
definition
one
of
that's
quality.
not made out of plastic. That's actually made out of metal and feels like it has weight to it.
But it's like you're creating.
Open it up and it has
It's
a
like
Kyber crystal.
it's like
It's
you're
very
creating your own shit, though. It's like you're creating your own collectible. I don't want that.
Is there a Kyber crystal in it?
cool. Yeah, you get to pick your own color Kyber. It like makes noise when you open it and everything.
But
Ah.
Kyber crystals aren't colored.
Yeah, they are, aren't
No, no.
they? And how do
they're
they
not.
get the hues that they have?
By the Force user,
So the Force user just goes, "Hey, give me purple," and it gets purple.
So if
because it's a
someone-
living crystal.
if
'Cause it
someone
wills the
actually
purple?
went to Disney and it has is force sensitive, they could get it to work. Maybe
Yes, I don't know. I've never really tried that, Kenny. I should try
But
that.
you're not force sensitive.
I'm sure there's no like. You're not like. The crystal's not choosing you. You're just going in like, oh, I'll take that one.
$200.
Obviously, you're doing that. I mean, it's a light blazing on a piece of plastic. I mean,
You got to go into a cave.
But you
and-
just said there's no plastic.
or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the crystal.
Get your shit together, Nick.
I don't know.
No,
I mean, it's like when I go to Harry Potter Land and I use the wand. I mean, I know it's not real; it's made out of metal, but I still find it kind of interesting.
Do you
is that
have one-
hotel
do you have a wand?
together yet?
What's that?
The Star Wars hotel?
No, it would be like 2 years before that.
2 more years?
Do you have a Harry Potter wand, Nick?
Yes, I actually got one from the Lost and Found. Actually,
Oh, that's
Oh, so you stole it.
no, I
Some little kid
I found it.
bought themselves a wand.
I did the thing that security people always yell at me for. I actually returned it to security, put my name on it, and I claimed it after 60 days. So
Okay,
That's cool.
so but there's some kid out there who bought a wand.
that's their own.
No,
fault.
his freaking
Where do you think I got
spoiled
that?
ass parents bought him a
Yeah, they
freaking
probably bought a
wand.
better, more expensive wand.
I'm sure they got one online, yeah.
I got like
Yeah.
7 wands.
And then
Yeah, this wasn't a kid who was back at home playing with a FisherPrice Barn and like
Every time
Multiple
you close the
other
door,
toy
it's like,
lines.
"Meow."
Where do you think
Multiple other toy lines with this barn.
Where do you think I got that Force Awakens X-wing out there on the?
That thing doesn't
Buckle
even
stuff?
X-wing it. It stays closed.
Yeah, well, it's a piece of shit, but yeah, still, it's Force Awakens X-wing or.
See,
whatever.
I would put that in the barn with like other stuff,
He's making
or
me
park
sick
it
right
outside
now.
the barn.
So I've
You
gotten,
can't
really
mix
cool
toy
free stuff.
lines.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, just being able to check out the shops and the different parts and stuff for Galaxy's Edge is more what I would go for anyways than a ride.
Me too.
because,
I agree.
Yeah, you ride it once and you're like, that's cool. Maybe
Go
I'll do it
there,
later.
look at it, take some pictures, and then bounce.
I'm also not much of a role player. Like, I don't really need to be going through there and pretending I don't need to be pretending that I'm a Star Wars character walking through the park,
You don't want to be like
cosplaying
hidden
and
rogue. There's people dressing as Rey.
Fucking Mr. Like 20 characters over here, so not big of role playing.
He's like, I'm not
Not-
being role
not like
playing, but
that.
I have cabinets and cabinets worth of action figures.
Well, no, I know, but there's nothing that I saw in their souvenirs that I want. I don't want.
They have a fridge magnet.
I don't collect those. Apparently, that's your collection.
Yeah, apparently it's
There's probably stuff though I would buy. Though honestly,
I'm sure there's stuff I would buy.
I don't want to deal with the crowds, but honestly, a picture with the Falcon, get in the Falcon, do the ride once, buy something cool, leave. That's all I gotta do. I'll probably never go again.
Apparently,
See, I don't feel that way. I feel like I could have a good time there, but I don't like. I'm not out like trying to interact with people in a playful manner. Like that's not my
like
thing
theme
in a
parks.
park.
That's the whole part of a theme park.
No, it's not. You go to a theme
You go
park.
there to interact.
I
With
don't go to the Magic Kingdom to interact with people.
What,
I don't want to interact with people.
So when, like Cinderella's walking by, she's like, "Hi," and you're like, "Fuck you," and you keep walking.
Oh shit! It's Cinderella. Turn away.
You just ignore them and you keep walking.
You think she noticed me?
I don't know. I just don't want to interact with people.
They're very
Introverted?
homebody. Yeah, introvert.
Yeah, I'm not a homebody. I go out. I just don't want to be bothered with my celebrity.
Yeah, somebody's gonna come up to you
My-
like,
my-
"Aren't you on that 5 View
My-
podcast?"
My podcast celebrity.
You're just gonna have some random person go, "Man, I loved you in that trench run." And especially the episode where they told me not to retcon you,
Don't wreck on me, bro.
or assassin. But we're getting way off topic. Apparently, the Bantha blue milk and the green milk taste like fruity pebbles.
See, like
And it
Nah,
costs
I
$9.
probably
don't-
I
I
probably
don't-
wouldn't do that.
I don't need to try that.
I would do a lot of stuff. but
It's
I probably
not
wouldn't do
really
that.
Bantha milk, people. Again, it's not Bantha milk.
Well, it's like the butterbeer or the butterbeer from Harry Potter tastes like club soda, and
Okay, so you're
is
going
it
back
beer?
to the Harry Potter thing.
no, I'm just
It's
saying,
my same argument in Harry Potter land that it is in Star Wars land. It's not real.
it's not real, but it's cool to walk through the place and see the magic and the cool things that they're putting together. I mean, I know it's not magic. I know what you're getting ready to say, Brian, but it's just like the idea of them and the way how much creative ability they've created. You go into the
Look, if I had
Hondo up on the,
if I had a child and I took them there, I get it. Like I would totally be selling it for the kid.
would that kid be excited?
But-
and you're just like avoiding people. You're just pushing them out of the way. Would you?
I'm like for me personally, I'm an adult and I don't necessarily want to pretend that I'm
The
in-
world would be cool. Once again, the world would be cool. I don't want to drink the milk. I don't want to,
You know, be like Luke and drinking.
Yeah,
that
it's funny.
green
I gotta get a
kitty milk.
fake beard and then wipe it from my beard. I bet a lot of people are gonna do that.
I'm just saying, like, I love the Magic Kingdom. I'll go. I could go to the Magic Kingdom like every day
It's the
and
worst
have a
Disney
good time.
park.
But
Oh,
it's
sure,
not.
park.
It's not. You're not going there and pretending that you're in the Magic Kingdom. You're just going there and you're riding. It's a small world or
See, I could
the
have
Haunted
like
Mansion.
an hour-long discussion argument about how it kind of is, but
It's not.
yeah, I don't really want.
It's
I know
not.
Kenny doesn't
The
want that. I
Magic
don't want
Kingdom. I don't think is supposed to be like an immersive world
But
like
it
Star
is.
Wars.
It
land is.
really. That's the problem. It really is. Like you go in there and you're immersed, and as soon as you walk in there, you're immersed in a 1800 style theme park with a big castle in front of you. You're
Yeah,
not supposed
but it's a big castle. Like, oh, okay, it's cool. It's a castle.
of
You go
princesses.
through and it looks cool. But I mean, it's not. You're not going in there like pretending you're a fucking knight or a king or something.
you don't know what I do in my spare time. I'm
Well,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I think I do.
I don't want to.
But anyways, we'll move on. I just like I said, I'm interested to see what Galaxy's Edge is going to be like.
I'm interested to see it too, but I'm just I guess
I'm just not wanting to wait 4 hours for.
I think as it gets closer and closer, I'm less excited than I was when it was first announced.
Yeah, it just feels like another portion of a theme park is all.
Well, that's what I want it to be. Just another point. Like, I loved Star Tours. I loved it. Like,
you really need to go to the updated version. When you go back to Hollywood Studios or whatever they call it now, you need to rewrite it again.
I just liked walking around. I liked walking around and seeing the stuff that was like themed like it, but it wasn't. You weren't like pretending you were there. Like, it wasn't a whole like canon area. It was just fucking Star Tours. You just went, you rode the ride, you got off, and you went into a Star Wars souvenir shop.
I mean, that's true. Apparently, you see Star Tours in the Millennium Falcon ride. Like, they're blasting off from Batuu, which is really cool. But oh well. So Knights of the Old Republic finally got a writer. Apparently, it's not the films that Benioff and Weiss are directing. So who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on with them?
And like, who knows when it's going to be out? Like, if it's not.
Who knows?
Well, the Benioff and Weiss is scheduled for the next movie.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if some other person's doing this Knights of the Old Republic, it's gonna be out like.
But there's also an unnamed third episodic TV show in the works for Disney Plus.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to. I might not live till 2026 when this shit comes out.
Do you think you're gonna be dead before that?
Is there something you're not telling us?
No, I just like I see. How like
you see dead people
dying, so like maybe I'll die. Like, I don't know.
Wow,
the nukes have been flown.
This has really
I don't
opened up your mind here.
What's that?
K's already predicted Skynet.
Global warming might
global
be
warming. We can be underwater here.
Yeah,
like,
we're in Florida, dude. We might not make it.
Nick has moved closer to the apocalypse.
Like, there are no movie theaters in the water, so like,
Already fucked.
But I mean, in Orlando, you were safe. Like,
you're in the middle, and you had a little bit of elevation with Claremont.
Yeah, so I mean, the water rises, and you just get some beachfront property.
And
like, the water rises here, and we're underwater.
Yeah, we're done. We're gonna have to move.
The water rise. Where's that from? Oh, Dark Knight Rises.
From South Florida in 6 years.
So
where that's from.
The fire rises.
Three if the political situation doesn't change.
Yeah. So anyways, that's gonna be cool. I cannot wait to see what they'll do with that property. I love that game. I know you, Brian, you love that game a lot.
I do. I've been playing it recently.
Is it hold up?
Yeah, for me, it does.
Well, I mean, is the visuals hold up at all?
I mean, they're very early 2000s. Not choppy. I mean, it was a role playing game, so it wasn't like a first person shooter or anything like that. So I mean, it was just you go and like there's a guy in front of you. You have to like put here's what I want to do. Boom, 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 and
hit him with
then it plays
magic.
It out. Yeah, hit him with lightning fingers.
Oh God! He hit him with the lightning fingers.
Isn't the main character end up being the bad guy in that game? Is that the first one or second one?
The first, okay, so the plot of that is
Revan, right?
Darth Revan.
Yeah, Revan.
So the plot of that going into it was Darth Revan was like the head of the Sith Empire,
right?
And he had his apprentice Darth Malak,
right?
And then Malak somehow turned against Revan, and there was a battle, and the Old Republic like attacked his ship, and somehow he lost all his memories or whatever, and they brainwashed him into thinking he was like just some random guy. He didn't have any memories or whatever, and then they tried to lead him into the Jedi way, and it's not until the end of the game that it's revealed that you're Darth Revan,
which was like one of the big reveals in video game history.
Yeah,
Spoiler
alert from 20 years ago. But
I played it.
But I loved it. I loved the game, and like you have the like depending on your actions, you can go towards the dark side or the light side. So basically, like you'll be talking to a character, and it'll be like, okay, how do you want to respond? Do you want to be like, oh, run away, person, or like, I will not let anyone live. You're gonna die, and then you kill them, and then you get dark side points.
That's like every Mass Effect, pretty much.
But I mean,
you don't know what Mass Effect is, but
no, but that came way before that, I'm sure.
It's the same company too.
Is it?
Yeah,
BioWare.
Yeah,
That's cool.
BioWare's the one who created Knights.
But yeah, so I always lean towards like being a dick. So
yeah,
I always have like massive dark side points. Plus, you get better force abilities as dark side. He uses the lightning fingers and stuff like that.
Lightning fingers.
My God.
Actually, during I think next week when this post, it's either next week or the week after that. They're supposed to finally show gameplay of Night Jedi Fallen Order.
Cool.
So
I'm in.
I'll see that when the game comes out and I
You'll
actually have
play
the
single
it
player at least.
in 2046.
No, I'll buy that the day it comes out.
And then you'll play it in 2046.
No, I'll play it.
that's gonna be a good year.
I'll
For
play
5
it.
minutes, and then you'll...
2046
yeah.
is gonna be a good year because Brian will finally play Jedi Fallen Order and you'll finally go to Galaxy's Edge.
And I'll probably be dead.
Okay, he'll be dead.
Kenny's
years
apparently
prior.
dying in 6 years.
Yeah, so who knows when that's going to get released. But yeah, so the other big story is John Williams has started to score his final Star Wars movie.
Score!
What did I win? But yeah, he, let's see. So we already know that Williams has taken a crack
Score
at
was the
Skywalker.
name of the bounty hunter on Ord Mantell, by the
I
way.
don't even know what you're talking about.
That was like in the old expanded universe.
Oh.
When Han Solo said that bounty hunter we ran into on Ord Mantell
Is
changed
it
my
like
mind.
SKOR or something?
It was.
Probably, yeah.
Score.
Actually, speaking of old canon, I still have books I need to get to you.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
and
right.
Lots of books. Actually, books that are not even Star Wars that you'll probably want.
I don't know about
Stephen
that. I don't have a lot of...
I
if
need to
there-
give you my green containers full of clothes and books. And get rid of the books, donate them, or do
Any
something
problems?
with
You got a hole in your lip?
No problems. I'm fucking wet over here.
them. Oh yeah, please tell Kenny.
I'm so wet.
Let's see. So John Williams, we already know that Williams is taking a crack at Rise of Skywalker.
He loves it.
I
He
know,
loves the
right?
movie.
25 minutes of music. Apparently, he is 15
You say
minutes
apparently
every
a
3
lot.
hours. Huh? Apparently.
Yeah.
I say as well as and.
But what if he didn't
so
love it?
on and so forth.
And there's something else, too. What else?
What
is-
if he didn't love it, though? What do you say? I don't love it?
I don't know, but what else does Nick say all the time? What have you?
So
Is
on
that
and so
it?
forth.
What not?
What not?
I
That's
try to
it.
not say whatnot as much, but I can't
Yeah.
correct myself a lot of times.
And what not?
And whatnot.
But yeah, Williams apparently he does like 15 minutes every 3 hours, like 15 minutes of actual recording.
It's about how much work you do.
Hey, whoa.
About 15 minutes every
It's
3
about
hours.
14 minutes. Thank you very much. Stop trying to increase my
Your workload?
Productivity.
Your
my
productivity?
workload. I try to do as little as possible. Thank you very much.
Like, oh, there goes Nick. Let's see him again in an
He's
hour.
dying because he's sweating to death. But yeah, like I said, it's very weird and kind of odd that it's not odd because he's old, but the fact that John Williams is.
I feel like you're very against old people.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's very sad and melancholy that he's,
you mentioned it about Peter Mayhew. Like, oh, he was old.
Well, yeah, because he was in older age of life.
Is this the last film that John Williams is doing, or is it just
Yes.
the last Star
Yeah,
Wars?
it's the
Last Star Wars.
one.
But he'll
Last
do
one,
more scores other than Star Wars.
If they pay, I mean, if he gets tempted to, maybe. But between this and the Galaxy's Edge team, yes, the last Star Wars movie is at least doing. So
Okay, but he might do like another film, like Indiana Jones with Chris Pratt.
yeah,
Although-
that Harrison Ford apparently doesn't want.
He'll die before he sees that.
I mean,
Wait,
he's
what?
in
What?
his 70s. You didn't hear about that?
No.
They interviewed Harrison Ford about who we want to have replace him as Indiana Jones.
He said
And
nobody.
he's like something about Chris Pratt. He'd die before he let Chris Pratt take over Indiana Jones. And that character's going to die with him. And
I
Cal
think
agrees with us. about it.
I think Harrison Ford's in for a rude awakening
Yeah.
on that then.
Well, he'll be
No,
dead.
he has like a crazy beard. He has a crazy Mel Gibson beard now. Like a beard.
That will probably be he will probably be replaced as Indiana Jones before he's even dead.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. And I love Harrison Ford, and I know you do too. But like, come on, dude, you can't play the character. It's a character that like just like James Bond, you can continue with more stories. Like, why would you say that?
Yeah, and like they're kind of handcuffed by using Harrison Ford because he's like 70s.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
He's
Like, you
he's
could just
76.
What
cast
made
a new fucking.
what made Indiana Jones cool to me was the fact that it was like during World War II. A lot of it, you know, like that era. Like I don't really want Indiana Jones in the 60s and 70s.
You don't want. Vietnam
or in
version.
his 60s. Yeah, exactly. Where he's like 90 years old and he's like hunting for something in Vietnam during the Vietnam War.
Yeah. He's fighting off the Viet Cong. He's
Yeah.
Rambo. Oh, did you guys see
It's
the
a
Rambo trailer, by the way?
Indiana Jones Rambo crossover.
They're searching for the lost city and blow people up. But yeah, no, it's just weird to see John Williams not. Maybe he'll come back for another Star Wars movie. I doubt it, but it's just gonna be weird to see him no longer doing Star Wars movies. And
I am of the mindset that I like the music from Rogue One. I like the music from Solo. So I think,
I like the music from Clone Wars and Rebels.
yeah, I think they're in good hands. Like,
well, here's the question: do you think they'll ever do another Skywalker movie, or do you think this is officially?
No, I mean, there's other stories.
Well,
to
I
tell.
mean,
I'm fine with it being the end of the
yeah.
Skywalkers.
I am too. Like, let's see how they end it, and then we'll decide if there should be more Skywalker movies or not. You know?
But honestly, though, like I said, there's more stories to tell. You don't need one. I mean, I'll take one if you have it, but we don't really need it.
Apparently, we have 3 more coming in the next 3 years.
Yeah, but not Skywalker movies.
No, but this will have something different. And now for something
Well, that's what I'm
completely
saying.
different.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yeah.
about the movies that are coming out. Like, I don't know shit about them, but whatever. I don't have to. It doesn't have to keep being Skywalker stuff. Like, give me something cool, something different.
It just needs to be.
Brian just wants like politics. Give me like the politics of Star Wars or the criminal underworld of Star Wars. And
Yeah, that's what I want.
He's all for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need. Well, I mean, I want Jedi, but I want like
Doesn't have to be Luke,
No, exactly.
Ray, or
We're telling stories in like a Jedi-less time.
Anyways, that'll do it on the news. There's quite a bit, but we haven't talked for a while, so there was a lot more as usual. But
I think Brian. The overall consensus: Brian doesn't care about Star Wars Land, but we're excited about the films and Resistance. And I'm trying to recap here.
Yeah, that's pretty much the recap. I'm not. I want to go to Star Wars Land, Batu, Galaxy's Edge. I want to go, but I don't need to be
Jakku seems
there.
pretty hot, though.
I don't need to be there in August.
I don't want to go there.
I don't need to be there in August. I probably don't need to be there next August. I'll get there
I'm just
eventually.
gonna wait till everything opens up. Just the other ride. There's no sense in going once and having to pay another $150 just to go back and ride the second ride. I just want to wait till they both open.
For sure.
Wait till January when it's at least a little bit less crowded. And
I think back to our parks debate that we were having earlier. I think a lot of the park stuff for me too is nostalgia. Like, I like the Magic Kingdom so much because I went there as a little kid, and like I remember like going on this ride and how I felt as a kid, and that nostalgia thing is not there for Galaxy's Edge.
And I never went to any of those parks.
it hasn't been there
Of
for
course
a
not.
while. I mean, if you look at some of the rides, Avatar Land, that's not really that remembrance of as a kid, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I have no desire to go to Avatar Land.
I've been there once and I couldn't even ride it because I'm too big for the
Where's
ride,
Avatar
so.
Land?
It's in the Animal Kingdom.
I didn't know that. There you go. I haven't been
It's apparently a cool ride that fat people can't ride. So if you're my size, yeah, you're a shot out of luck on that ride. But I don't know, whatever. So,
there.
anyways,
SOL.
so we are going to attempt to do another quiz by me. I have double checked and triple checked these questions, and hopefully this is a quiz that is worth our effort and time.
Yes. I'm going to
And
win.
will not cause debate, will not cause anger. Maybe it will, and we'll be doing another episode in 6 weeks when we.
Woo! Get on with it.
What is the subject matter?
It's different questions. There's not in one particular.
I will probably lose.
There's some easy questions. There's some more difficult, but so.
No, Nick did not know this. Is that the
It
answer?
took me like 3 hours to find questions that we haven't asked already. So, all right. So, question 1. Who brings C-3PO and R2-D2 to Jabba the Hutt in Return of the Jedi?
Nobody.
Ding.
What the fuck?
Oh, when they
Ding. Bib Fortuna.
Yes. When
They
enter
fucking
when
went
they
there
enter
by
the palace.
themselves.
I know, that's what I was
Well,
thinking
no, but
too.
it's
It's a
who brings
bullshit
them to
question.
Jabba the Hutt, and I guess I could have reworded that. In
Yeah.
the palace. So
It's already
Yeah,
controversy, Nick.
it's a simple mistake error. It still was the right answer. So.
I don't know about
I
simple
still
mistake
got, I got
error.
that one right.
So
It's
1
like your
point
middle
for Brian.
name is
Two.
simple mistake error.
I
2
dinged.
points for Brian. All right. Question 2 from Return of the Jedi. Who dances for Jabba before being fed to the Rancor?
Ding. Ula.
4 points for Brian. All right, question 3. After the Battle of Hoth, where does Luke go?
Ding.
Ding.
Dagobah.
Who was the leader of Rogue Squadron during the Battle of Endor? Wow.
Ding.
Yes.
Wedge Antilles.
Yeah, that took you longer. You didn't know it all, okay?
I would have got it on multiple choice.
That took you a lot longer than I thought it was going to.
Well, because I had to think about the time frame.
Which battle?
So this is from the Star Wars Holiday Special. What animals were recorded to create the sounds of Itchy and Mala? The sounds they make. What kind of animals were they?
I'll take the multiple choice.
Is it whales and tigers, bears and lions, bears and tigers, or wolves and lions?
Can you repeat that?
Is it whales and tigers, bears and lions, bears and tigers, or wolves and lions? And Kenny gets a point.
I got
It's
right.
yeah, bears and lions,
Woo.
which I found kind of interesting. Apparently, it's it makes sense because isn't Chewbacca mostly like bear noises or something like that?
I guess. I don't know. Next question.
All right, so yeah, 6-1.
Nonsense question there.
Okay, question 6. What dish was Mala learning how to cook?
You're going to need the multiple choice on that one.
Revenge.
Is it Tauntaun casserole, Dianoga delight, Bantha surprise, or Womp Rat souffle?
Ding. Oh shit. It's
So Brian is up 9-1.
What
It was
finger did he
Bantha
put up?
surprise.
Three.
How's he going from 6 to 1 to 9 to 1?
Well, I actually made a mistake. He had he answered the first 4 questions. So that's
What
my
the
fault.
fuck, dude? I thought it was close.
No, you're not. You were getting.
But he was the fucking. It was close.
Here's one for Kenny. Okay, question 7. What happens? What happened to Jar Jar after the rise of the Empire?
Ding.
I think that was a tie almost. I'll let Kenny answer this one.
He became a street performer.
Yeah, it was a street clown, but yes, the same thing.
I was
So
gonna say he became a clown.
became a clown.
He continued being a clown.
I was gonna say he became a clown. That would have been my answer as well.
9-3. Good job, Kenny. Let's see. Question number 8. What color is Snoke's robe?
Ding. Gold.
Yes.
I'll say yellow. It's not gold. It's like the color.
Yellow and gold.
Color.
I think it's silver and gold.
11 to 3. This is the question I actually had to look up because I completely forgot, even though it's from Last Jedi. Is what does Yoda remind Luke is the greatest teacher in Last
Ding.
Jedi?
Failure.
That's correct. 9 to 5.
Yeah,
How is that possible?
I want
I was at
shit.
9 3 questions ago that I got right.
You didn't get shit
Or,
right.
I'm sorry, 11 to 5. 11
God
to 5.
damn it,
That's
Nick.
my fault.
Damn
This
it,
is why
I
I
was
need-
coming back.
This is why I need to write this
Are there
down.
more fucking new shits in there?
No, we're actually on the last question. There's only
Bullshit.
2 questions.
So you can't win.
You gotta do half old shit, half new shit. If it's me
It
and
was
him,
hard enough finding questions, period.
it's
we
not that
haven't
hard.
It was hard enough for him to vet these questions.
God damn it.
had.
No, ding, Nick doesn't know.
I do know. Shut up. All right, question 10, final question. What hangar do the Imperials pull the Millennium Falcon into in the Death Star? On the Death Star.
Ding. Docking Bay 94. No, that's on Tatooine. Ah, fuck.
Okay, would you like the multiple choice? Yep. Is it Docking Bay 516?
516.
Is it Docking Bay 723, Docking Bay 327, or Docking Bay 237?
C.
You are correct.
That is correct.
Yes. Brian jumped the gun on that one, so. So, Kenny, you didn't do too bad for questions.
Getting there.
I was
Getting
trying
there.
to
Still
get
lost.
11 to 6,
You still lost.
so.
But you know what? Failure is the best
Kenny,
teacher.
he did better than
Brian,
I
you
would.
only had a 30-year head start. And yes, failure is the best teacher, but
To be
failure
fair-
would be the best teacher if you were
You've had
to
a lot of practice at it
watch
in
any of
these
the
quizzes.
new stuff.
Yeah, to be fair, I would have done worse than Kenny, so
You
Kenny. you did a
usually
nice
do.
job. Yeah, thank you. So, was that a lot better quiz-wise?
No, that's
Yeah.
fair. Fair.
All right. Next time, I'm actually going to, like,
Fair
Brian,
as
really
in it
look
was
for
fair,
questions.
or fair as in it was
It was
mediocre?
less than great or good.
I mean, I could ask you questions like, how many toes does Yoda have? That's actually a question that they go, these are the hardest questions ever asked.
That's 12.
He has like 4 per toe. Or he has 4 toes per side.
Oh,
Whatever.
that's
Anyways, or who does who does he get entrusted to in Revenge of the Sith? It's like, those are like hard questions apparently.
What?
Yeah.
Who
They
does-
ask, who does Obi-Wan give Luke to in Revenge of the Sith?
Owen and Beru Lars.
But they asked that as a hard question.
How's that a fucking hard
If
question?
I answered that moisture farmers, would I be wrong?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, they are moisture farmers, but they are...
Because there's fucking millions of moisture farmers.
But he was entrusted to moisture farmers.
Yeah, his aunt and uncle.
Smelly pirate hookers?
Owen and Baru.
Yeah, and they had questions like, what does Han Solo fly in Star Wars? I'm like, that's not a hard question. That doesn't make any sense. Those are questions I kept getting up and looking up, and like, I'm not asking those questions.
How do you not
You
just
gotta watch the film and come up with questions. Like I did back when I was doing quizzes.
I'm still waiting for you to do another quiz, Kenny.
I'm fucking did like 10 quizzes already.
Well, I'm up to like 3, so we gotta add another one for you. Or have Brian do a quiz.
At some point, I'll have to do a quiz just so
Yes,
you
please.
fuckers can.
No, I beat him already.
So one
Yeah,
of you
you
guys
did.
can actually
The last
go
time you
away.
did a quiz,
I'm tired of
I think
beating
Brian- or
Nick.
Kenny beat me, so.
Well, I mean, that's sad.
'Cause I'm a goddamn genius.
But anyways,
He's an idiot savant.
Wait,
anyway.
spoiler alert. I'm a goddamn genius.
there you go. Okay, so that'll do it for the quiz. We've decided to hold off on the Clone Wars for another episode, just so we can take time and actually be able to watch them, because we've been really busy with the move and everything. So with that, we'll go ahead and head out for the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Kenny, thank you as always. Thank
Who
you.
was watching? Are there
Listening, watching,
creepers?
whatever. I'm used to
No,
saying
we're on
watching.
YouTube now, right?
Oh, I will try to attempt to put this
There's
on
a
YouTube.
camera?
Where?
There's a camera right here that kind of focuses towards me. But anyways, Kenny, thank you for
You're welcome, Nick.
trusting me with a podcast of many listeners. Where can they find
Many,
you?
many.
You can reach out and touch me in my special place, which is at American Ricky on the Twitter. And hold on.
Wait, we got a question?
Do we have anything in the?
I mean, I know it's been quite a while.
I haven't checked.
The question is, how many times have you gotten free Hulu for
But
trials?
I haven't checked anything in the mailbag. Hold on.
How many times has Hulu offered you?
Check that old bag, Kenny.
Okay, all right. So we do have one message. Hulu original documentary. Documentary. Hulu original documentary. Ask Dr. Ruth is now streaming. Anybody have any questions for Dr. Ruth? It does say, just so everybody's aware, that size doesn't matter, according to
There you
Dr.
go.
Ruth.
Speaking of documentaries, I heard there's one on, I think on Hulu and Amazon Prime right now about Alan Ladd Jr.,
Who is that?
the guy who said
is
yes
he?
to Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
So
I have to check that out.
So
Yeah.
we have no mail in the bag. But we do have an old bag, Dr. Ruth.
I mean, even after a month, and
She's
a half
still
of
alive.
recording-
She's on the picture.
Yeah, she's like 80 years old, so she's old.
apparently anybody that's over 70 is old to you, Nick.
With her diminutive frame, thick German accent, and uninhibited.
She was in the broadcast
approach.
booth for that game between the California Angels and the Seattle Mariners in the Naked Gun.
That's when.
Oh no, wait,
That's
that was Dr. Joyce Brothers. It wasn't Dr. Ruth.
Yeah. But okay, Kenny, have you announced where they can reach you?
I did. At American Ricky on the Twitter. And at Trench Run Pod. Somebody other than Hulu, please send us an email.
No, I mean, if Hulu wants to keep giving us free stuff, I'll take it.
Well, it's not free. I freaking pay for it. But
Oh well, if they want to give us free emails or
yeah, keep on coming.
yeah, but Brian, how about you?
I am at Rep Radke, RIPRADKE on the
Alright.
Twitter.
Awesome. And you can reach me at Big Shadow 1138. Check out Movie Emporium, all that good stuff. I will attempt to put this onto my YouTube channel to see if we can attract more listeners. We did have quite a few listeners or viewers. I switched it again. I meant to say more viewers when I put up the holiday special. So I will attempt to put this on there. Don't know if it'll work, but if you see it on YouTube under Movie Emporium, please watch. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Oh, it's a good day.
Oh, good day.
Yeah, come on.
Nice.
And a nice pair of pants.
Jeans, a t-shirt, and a suit jacket.
And my fucking dress chucks.
Dress, jean jacket, right? Jacket, right? Jacket, right?